Good morning, everybody. This is now July 3rd, so we are about to start our accounting adventure here at Foothill College. My name is Jose Nava. I'll be your instructor for the next 6 weeks, starting today and finishing approximately mid-August. The purpose of this video is simply to give you a very brief overview of the home page and how to use it, and maybe a little introduction to some of the features we'll be using in Canvas, as well as to explain your orientation for the next 1 or 2 days, the first couple of days of the quarter. As you see here in the home page, you have a middle section that I call the central panel of your home page, and then on the left side you've got all these usual features that you use in Canvas courses. Now at the moment you're looking at my view, so let me go switch over to the student view. It's not much different, but it does take away some of the clutter. So here it is. You have announcements, for example, as well. This is my way to keep you informed of the class changes, revisions, urgent matters, administration issues, current events, and so on and so on. So it is really important for you to keep up and always check every single time you log into the class. Please do check the announcements. There's also a syllabus, as you know, and in a different part of the orientation, you'll be getting a more detailed description of the sections in the syllabus. Grades, obviously, you will need to, or you will want to keep checking your grades throughout the quarter. I do update the grades with probably 2 or 3 days lag, at times up to about a week, but it is usually decently up to date. So do keep track of that, and again there will be another section in the orientation that will show you a couple of things about the gradebook. Chats, there's a chat feature that you can use for yourselves if you wish. We don't use this formally in the class. My Lab and Mastering, that's where you go to mainly to begin with to register for my accounting lab, our testing and homework tool. There's a section in the orientation session that shows you how to do that, how to register. Now, this link, you can also use it to access all of the deliverables, all the quizzes, the homeworks, and the exams. But keep in mind that the best way to do that instead would be through the module. So you see later how you do that. NetTutor is a tool that was added to Canvas to tutor you in various subjects, including accounting. We don't use it formally in the class, but it's here in case you need it, or in case you want to use it. Let me know what you think of it at the end of the quarter. People, this is where you find other people in your class. I also use this feature to group teams for team projects, but since we don't have a team project in this section, on this class for this quarter, we will not have that this time around. The main feature you'll be using is modules, and again, this is my way of packaging information for each chapter. So you'll be accessing modules either through here or through some of the links you'll see in a second. And there's also library resources. Again, this is a feature that comes with Canvas, and I don't use it formally in any part of this class. Now let's go back to the central panel here, and as you can see, here is a detail section on what's in the module for week 0. And I'll show you that in a second. There's also a section here that shows you what's in the module for chapter 18, your first chapter of the quarter. Now, before I go into these two sections, let me show you what else is here on the central panel. On the left side here at the bottom, you will see that there's actually links to handouts, resources, or other things that I place there just for fun or just optionally, information that may help you with your accounting career. On the right side, you have a view of the modules by week. So notice that I have week 0 is your orientation module, and week 1 you have chapter 18 module. You have links there at the moment for that first chapter. In week 2 you will have, once I develop them, because I'm actually working on them as we speak, in week 2 you will have chapter 19, 20, and then midterm number 1 at the end of week number 2. So notice that we are moving in the class very, very quickly, so you cannot fall behind. Then you have week 3, we'll cover chapter 21 and 22. Week 4 we have chapter 23 and midterm number 2. So again, 2/3 into the class is already done and completed by week 4, and then 5 you have the next 2 chapters, 24 and 25, and then finally at week 6 we have chapter 26 and the final exam. So that's sort of an overview of the whole quarter in one single place here on the central panel on your home page. The other thing I want to show you is going to be the week 0 module, so I'm just going to click on that link. I can also go to any module through the modules link on the left side, as I said before. Now, looking into the modules here, week 0 is the heading here. Notice that it has different parts. Part A is the actual orientation. A1 has the course orientation, and that's the presentation itself that I want you to look into very thoroughly and go through the whole thing to make sure you don't miss anything that will be important. Especially because if you fall behind, then you won't be able to catch up in this very fast class. There are 2 sections here, 2 pages that you can go through and review if you wish. It's optional. If you want more in-depth coverage of Canvas in general, and also MyLab. There's also at the end of this section a A2 page, and this you need to submit this to make sure that you let me know that you're done with your orientation and you understand what's going on. There's a section on getting to know each other. B1 is my own introduction. B2 is your introduction, your brief bio, which you will be posting by Wednesday. Here it says July 9th, but that's actually wrong. I'll change it to July 7th at the latest. Again, do this quicker if possible. You really need to move on to chapter 18 right away. And then there's actually 2 more threads here in the module 0. There's a discussion thread for the orientation questions, if you have any, in the first week only, and then there's also a virtual office hour discussion thread. These are for questions that are that you can post for me, or for even for your classmates if you wish, but mostly for me, that relate to the class administration. You can do this through the whole quarter. Now, last thing I'll do is I'll show you the presentation under this A1 line, course orientation. It shows you a presentation based on this tool that I just bought and I'm learning to use, and it's pretty neat. It packages things very well and easily, and so I'll be using this throughout the quarter. Now notice that you can start the course from here, or you can just simply hit any of these links here. So in this presentation, you've got a tour of Canvas Part 1, Part 2. There's a syllabus overview, some gradebook highlights. Here's the one that I think is important to really go through, because you will learn how to register into the MyLab section. It's pretty easy, but you still need to go through this, okay? And then there's a tour of the MyLab tool, and there's also a tour of the module. Now, I'm only going to show you a couple of these things. I'm going to, let's say, start the course here. Then you see this. So here's the first part 1 of the Canvas tour, and you have certain bubbles here you can get into and see what's what do I say about each of these features. Sometimes I place some other items here, such as movies or handouts that are useful, so make sure you click on all of these. Now notice that this navigation panel on the left is kind of too big, so many times I just want to hide it, and to do so I can just hit the 3 bars here, and that makes it easier to read. And even better, I may actually want to just look at the whole page instead of having these other panels here. So to do so, I can just simply hit this link on the very top, and that will take me out of Canvas, and it will then display the whole course right on the web page itself. So now I can start the course again, and this is where I see here again. Once you go through this part 1 of the module, you go to part 2 at the bottom. It keeps going, so you can just roll through all of these, and then you get to see each part of the lesson. Now, in terms of the syllabus here, again, you can go through this on your own, but I just want to show you that this has a different feature. Instead of having the little buttons, it has tabs, so you can actually just go through each section and see what I say. Again, sometimes you have videos, handouts. In this case, you have pictures that I've actually posted in here. You can click on the little thing here to blow it up and to zoom in each time if it's too small for you. Anyway, so I hope this is helpful for you. I'll see you in class. Hopefully you found this useful. Take care. Enjoy.